What's up? It is Wisdom here, as usual, and you've tuned into the JR Wisdom channel, as usual. And we are here on a Sunday, a beautiful Sunday, as you guys can see. And I am here to deliver whatever sermon, I titled this one today, as you guys read, "The pens have been lifted and the pages have dried." I'm gonna be traveling here while I'm talking because I'm like super hungry. So I'm thinking about, after doing this video, doing a separate foodie blog, a separate food vlog. Good morning. It's almost noon. Doing a separate food vlog. Because somebody made the suggestion. I'm gonna just say this because I know that's not what you guys are tuned in for. Somebody made a suggestion, so I guess a lot of the food that I do eat, I want to start doing videos on it, going live, talking, and all that stuff as well. So I'm headed to go get some food I've been craving. So why not give in? But anyway, without further ado, the pens have been lifted and the pages have dried. What does that mean, JR? What are you talking about? Good morning, Miss Cox. What are you talking about? The pens have been lifted and the pages have dried. What I'm saying to you on this beautiful Sunday is that whatever has happened, whatever is going to happen, whatever is happening right now, it's already written down. It's already written. So the pens have been lifted from whatever is written, and the ink on those pages has dried. And you're like, okay, what do you mean? For those of you who may or may not, I know a lot of this stuff I've talked about earlier in my channel, and a lot of you may not be familiar with, but based on my studies and stuff, I just wanted to bring to you. There's and this is, y'all know in my Sunday sermons I'm always on some spiritual, religious type stuff. So if you're not into that, then it's probably not a video. Y'all can catch my other videos on relationships and stuff like that. So let me get some gum real quick. I gotta be fresh when I'm talking to y'all. Everything is written. The control you have over your life is limited, right? There's a divine path for everything that happens. You have synchronicity where you recognize sometimes some of the signs and things that happens in your life. And you try to wonder why do certain things happen, whether you perceive it as good or bad. We can't perceive things as good or bad. It's kind of like explaining, causality and all this stuff that does happen. Like explaining a television to an ant, how a television works. Or any other technology that, to someone. Explaining an iPhone to someone, trying not to get hit. I shouldn't be doing this, but you got people not paying attention. Trying to explain an iPhone to someone 250 years ago. What it is, how it operates, how it's powered, all of that stuff like that. So for the human mind, you can only comprehend what it is that you were taught or what you know. And sometimes what you feel, when you feel certain things, you wonder why it's going on. So as far as I say, it was written, whether you believe in God, fate, whatever, a higher power, there is a method to the way things happen in this universe. We all have to agree that there are laws, right? You have gravity, which some people do or don't believe in gravity. The sun shines every day. That's not by coincidence. You can expect that as normal. You can expect the rain, snow, everything else. Your body has a natural working process, so there's laws to all of these things. There's divine laws that control everything. Nothing is without purpose. Nothing is without controls being put in place. Same thing goes for your life. And the sequence of events that happen, you have limited control on those things. Now, we have things called prayer, we have things called affirmations, we have things called repetition that you do throughout the day that can change or alter this decree. So I say that to say that there are two tablets. there's a preserved tablet, and there's a tablet, and I know you guys are probably like, what the hell is this guy talking about? And I can see the viewers are dropping off right now because I know y'all don't want to hear this, but it is what it is. I'm doing this for those who do want to hear it and who do want to probably get another perspective on things. There's a tablet where things are constantly being written every day and constantly being erased and written based upon your prayer, your affirmations, things that you do to change things. But there's also a preserved tablet that contains everything that woulda, coulda, shoulda, what might have been, what didn't happen, what could have happened. All of this is in the preserved tablet alone, which is completely separate from the tablet that's constantly being changed based upon the actions that you do. So the first thing that was created, in creation, was the pen. The pen is so important to mankind. The pen, obviously first there was the Almighty, the source. There was God, universe, whatever you want to call it. And the first thing that was created was the pen. And the pen was created 50,000 years, when we talk about the concept of time, 50,000 years before the creation of the heavens and the earth, right? And when we have this thing, when God, the Almighty universe, told the pen to write, basically instructed the pen to write everything that would, could, should, and would be, and everything that would come into existence at this point. That includes your thoughts right now, what you would do, what you could do, what you might do, what you might not do, and all of this stuff is written in this preserved tablet. So I say, people, we think so much, and we get caught up in this mind state that, why did this happen to me? Why is this happening to me? Why do bad things happen to good people? Why do good things happen to bad people? And there's verses that address this in scripture, saying that suppose you like a thing, and I've said this on other videos, suppose you like a thing that is bad for you, and you hate a thing that is good for you. God knows, but you know not. At the end of the day, you really don't know. Just based on your perception, you view it as bad, but ultimately that could be saving you, or that could be escorting you into the place where you should be in life. And I did a video on this earlier this week. You can't connect the dots till you look back, in hindsight, about what has occurred to you in your life, what has happened. You can't really connect it. Some people can see, or they can feel, or you just be content with the decree and just say, hey, whatever's happening to me is for the best. I accept it. I trust the Almighty. I trust the universe. I trust that this person is not supposed to be in my life. And a lot of times you can tell when something isn't meant to be, because the more you try, the worse it gets, or the further it gets pushed away. Or the universe, God, whatever it is that you believe in, will separate you completely from that situation or from that person. And it's like, the more you try, you get it becomes worse. And whether that be a relationship, you're pursuing someone, you're pursuing a position, you're trying to make something or change something, and the more you try to do it, it hurts you even more. You're either punished, even if you want to call it punishment, or you're affected, as you perceive, negatively even more by trying to force something to happen. And this is what I talk about, your position as far as forcing something. Now, I'm not saying persistence is something completely different. When you're persisting to accomplish a set goal, or to attain it. And I think a lot of times our gut feeling tells us, or our natural affinity tells us to keep at it. But if your life is turning out for the worse by you pursuing whatever it is that you're pursuing, or you're destroying yourself in the process, then that's not meant for you to be pursuing. Destiny fate, you know, these twin flame concepts, we believing that we should be in a certain position in life. It's all about putting in that work, affirming that, pursuing it, praying for it constantly over and over. And either it will come eventually based upon that, or it's going to be withheld from you because that's not something you're supposed to be doing, or that's not something you're supposed to be pursuing. You know, a lot of times people know that something isn't for them. They know innately. Is that a word? Yeah. You know that you should not be pursuing certain things. Do y'all hear a buzz? Because I have my charger plugged in. I know last time I was recording a video that there was like a buzz. Does anyone hear like a buzz when they like something charging or something like that? If you're not too shy to answer on the video, because some of you may not even supposed to, you want to keep it on the low that you're not watching my videos. Just let me know if you hear something like a buzz or something like that. That way I can disconnect this charger. I guess we got some people that's not supposed to be watching this video. Anyway, I'll carry on. You're not complaining. Okay. Cool. So, Cocoa Sweets, what's up? There's one of the companions of the Prophet, peace be upon him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. On his deathbed, he was telling his son, I can't remember the exact companion, but he was giving his son his last rites before he passed away. And he said to his son, he said, "Oh, my dear son, I want you to know that everything that has struck you was not meant to have missed you. And everything that has missed you was not meant to come to you. And know that the prophet, the messenger of God, said amongst the first things that God created was the pen, and that was 50,000 years before the creation of the heavens and the earth. So know that whatever happens to you, it was supposed to happen, just like a target, like straight, like an arrow hitting a target. It was supposed to happen. Exact, perfect aim. You see these what do you call? I can't even think of it, man. Archers firing arrows, hitting these targets perfectly. That's how it is with your life, with events happening the way it's supposed to happen. And sometimes you can feel it, and sometimes you know the exact choice to make when you're presented in life with what I like to call a crossroads, where you can make a decision one way or another way, and you kind of like, you know, it's a test at that point to do those things. I mean, to make a certain decision. You realize at that point in time that you are supposed to make this decision to do this. So he says that he continues telling his son this, and he says to his son that you will not taste the sweetness of faith, or the reality of faith, or comfort, or peace, or tranquility of life. You will not taste the sweetness of it until you understand this. Until you understand that what happened to you, or what is going to happen to you, was supposed to happen. And that's by you putting your ultimate trust in a higher power. You just do what's right at the end of the day, or what you feel is right, and everything else will fall into place. And then he told him he spoke to him about another teaching of the prophet, about the prophet and his cousin. When he saw him riding, they were both riding horses together, and he said to his cousin, he said, "Oh, young man," he said, "let me give you a piece of advice." He said, if you seek God out, he'll always be there. You seek him out, he'll be in front of you. You seek out whatever it is, you seek out God, this higher power, for help. And it's always available. It's unlimited. It's an unlimited source or supply at the end of the day to accomplish what it is that you want in life. That's why one of the supplications that I do personally is, you know, I want it all. Dear God, dear Most High, letter to the Most High, ink it, you know, I raise my hands to you. I want it all. Don't hold back. You know, give it all to me. Don't hold back. Whatever you have in store, whatever you have preserved, because every form of sustenance that you're gonna have, and that this is what goes back to it being written. Coins, dollar bills, all of this stuff has already been written down for your lifespan. How much you'll eat, how much you'll spend, all of this stuff. So in my supplication, I want it all. Call me greedy. There's no such thing as asking for too much. It goes the same thing with the law of attraction in the universe, whatever it is you believe in. I want it all. Don't hold back. You know, the person of your dreams, the man of your dreams, the woman of your dreams, that house or whatever. I want it all. But you just can't sit back and hop your ass on the couch and drink a beer and just call it a day. You know, you must put forth this effort in the meantime. But while I'm putting in this effort, I want it all. Don't hold back. If I'm a reflection of you, express image and likeness, then it's upon you to repair. It is upon you as my creator, the originator of the heavens of the earth, the Almighty. I'm calling upon you as your child, quote unquote, your creation. It's upon you to give me what I'm asking for. Don't hold back on what it is. If something that's infinite and abundant, what I'm asking is really nothing at the end of the day. You know, in the grand scheme of things. So I'm getting off on something else, but all I'm basically saying to you is, a lot of our worries, it's not even really, and it's one of the hardest pills to swallow, is this divine decree. That doesn't just mean you just sit back and do nothing and just like, well, I'm not in control of anything. It goes two ways. You worry. You ask yourself, as I've said before, can you do anything about it? Yes. Then don't worry about it. As far as your worries go, is there something you can do about it, whether you answer yes or no? If you can't do anything about it, then don't worry about it. I know. I don't know if this has been an exciting fire and brimstone sermon this morning. Yo, here's my new shirt. I think I posted it today. If you guys want to pick yours up, link is in the description. Alhamdulillah means all praise to God. All praises and thanks due to God. It's up there. But like I said, I just wanted to get on here. This is a quick one. Didn't want to take up too much of you guys' time. Just want you to just really think about what's really important, and that's yourself. Some things are out of your control. Control is such a powerful word, and it's completely false. It's a false verb or noun, however you want to use it. So, with that being said, shout out to everybody that's tuned in. As usual, I think I'm gonna get on here shortly. Have me a great meal. Look forward to chopping it up with you guys, man. And peace be upon you all. You guys have a great day. Have a great rest of your weekend. And I'll see you guys later. I'm out. Peace.